Good evening, everyone, and welcome to more VFL football here on Channel 7. Tonight's game features Sydney and North Melbourne at the SCG. Sydney have won their last two games, including a very impressive result last Friday night against Essendon. And the picture isn't quite so rosy for North Melbourne. They haven't won a game in their last three outings. It's interesting to note that since the Swans moved to Sydney, they've never managed to beat North Melbourne at home. Who knows, tonight could be the night. Let's join the action at the Sydney Cricket Ground.
Umpires Russo and Snedden in charge of proceedings here at the SCG tonight as the siren sounds to open this match. Parsons up against Mossop. It's won by North Melbourne. Pushed back into the middle, and Henwood, who was inspirational last week, gets them down towards the half-forward line. McDonald couldn't take it for North Melbourne. Neither could Cordy for Sydney. This is going to be a fierce game. One gets the impression in the opening 20 seconds. Matthew Larkin will hand the football over. And speaking of people coming back after injury, John Russo. Umpire John Russo has had a bit of tendon worries, but he is fit and out on the track tonight.
Well, great to see him back too. A great character, John Russo. Here's Ross Smith, Victorian representative, of course, up towards half-forward. The mark is dropped. Parsons didn't know what to do with that one, but handballs are back. Tui, well, strong tackling this by North Melbourne early. Tui, in he goes after it. Now, he might have been legged. He was, said the umpire. Bernard Tui, a brilliant game on the half-back line last week. One of many fine Swans players. And their tackling last week was superb against Essendon. As Tui brings it to half-forward, Henwood was the flyer. Couldn't take it. Handball was from Allison. Back to Larkin. And over to Ross Smith again. Great to see him back in that North Melbourne side. A beautifully directed kick. Good talking. Peter German marks at half-forward.
German looking to go short. Down in towards what is termed by Don Scott and Peter McKenna as the hole. He has been successful because he has found Jason Love, who's going to have a shot from just 35 metres out.
And last year up here, he started on interchange, Sandy, and came on and was a match winner for North Melbourne, kicking 6.
Let's see what he can do from here. He should certainly register the first score of the night. 45-degree angle. Love's kick is on its way. Looks pretty good. First score on the board to North Melbourne.
Yes, and that's a surprise move by North Melbourne. Jason Love was named on the interchange bench. He started off in the forward pocket by the looks of things, being picked up by Graham Cordy, who was named at full forward for the Sydney Swans. So there's a few changes out there in both lineups. But here's a bit of space found there by Jason Love, and an excellent kick for goal.
Well, actually, Bernie, his brother, Neil Cordy, is lining up at full forward and has played there before.
Back in the middle once again. Parsons beaten out of the middle by Mossop. Williams tried to get it out initially. Roberts is there also, and it will be the latter. He's coming back into the side. Ian Roberts to send Sydney down towards centre half forward. They've had their share of problems up in the forward line today. They've got the opportunity through Mitchell, receiving it. Martin on the last line of defence, but well smothered. Now the pressure right on North, and it's going to be rushed over the line by Ross Smith, who had nowhere else to go. And so a throw-in to take place. In the left forward pocket. Again, Mitchell coming out with it to right. Under pressure. Back to Mitchell. A snap. 1 point.
Well, the first score of that for the Sydney Swans. Right with that knee strapped again. He seemed to be favouring it. Not right, I should say, Mitchell against Essendon last week, but he played a magnificent game. So he's a real goer. Here's Greg Williams, the brilliant centreman. One of the great handballers in league football. Martin caught, shuffles it out, grabbed by Henwood. Henwood to half forward, but the mark has been taken by McDonald. He's at the centre half back area. He's going to bring it towards Mossop. Mossop and Parsons. Mossop in front, comes to ground. Phil Cracker. Oh, good use of the body by Phil Cracker. Tremendous play. Grabbed when he didn't have it. Play on now, said the umpire. And umpire, this time it's umpire Mike Snedden will come in and bounce it. Halfway between centre wing and half forward for the Swans. Mossop against Parsons. As Sandy said earlier, conditions absolutely ideal. Dennis Carroll, oh, long booming torpedo punt. A 60-metre kick up towards half forward. A chance. This is Neil Cordy. Onto the left foot he goes. Hooks it back. Won't quite make the distance. The North defenders try and rush it out. There's Chandler. Jeff Chandler was pushed in the back, I feel. Now, did he call the play on, the advantage? No, it'll come back. It'll be a free kick to Jeff Chandler in the back pocket.
So Chandler to get North out of trouble. towards Moss. It's going to be a big duel, that one, with Parsons tonight. At the back, Healy. Through the arms of Mitchell, close to the boundary line. Wright won't be able to keep it in. But they've advanced it almost to the 50-metre attacking line. Not a big crowd here tonight, but a very enthusiastic one. Over the head of Parsons. McDonald was beaten for it. An opportunity for Healy. He's got plenty of support. This is Henwood. A tough player, that man. And showed the way last week in a fine performance. Parsons out to Williams, in trouble, loses the football. So too does Larkin, getting the handball out the back towards Law. He can't get clear. He goes straight into Carroll.
Oh,
that's an interesting one. Did he duck his head?
Well, he had his head down when the tackle was applied. He didn't actually duck into it.
So Law takes the free kick down towards half forward. Roberts again clears for Williams. He's got support through Lloyd. Now Mitchell, back to Williams. Through handball, down towards full forward. Over the back it goes, a chance for Wright. He's clear. Back to Roberts. He's going to have a shot from the right forward pocket, but he's off target, and another behind goes on the ball.
Well, I think Ian Roberts got so excited being down where the goals were, he missed it. And great to see him. He's a real little goer. There's the play on from fullback. That was by Chandler. Towards halfback, Larkin tried to punch it, but Healy too good. A hand pass. Out to Potter. Potter, a little chip pass in. It was smothered off the boot. There's Mitchell. He's caught. Cordy picks it up. Snap to goal. Beautiful snap, and he's put it through.
Sydney lead by 2 points. From the centre, it's Healy who tries to send them forward again. Down towards Potter on the half-forward line. He's got Wright running. Wright will shoot from 45 metres out. Good-looking kick. Just across the face and another behind.
Well, already those small Swans players looking very dangerous. Healy, of course, Wright. You've got Murphy, Williams, Potter. And they're 6 smaller players would be as good as any 6 in any side in the league. That could have been a free kick to Mossop for a push-out. It was. The former Geelong ruckman from centre-half back, and they really need some bite from their big guys, North Melbourne. Larkin to Sean Smith. To half-forward, this is Love. Jimmy Cracker into the open goal. Bang, and I think he's kicked it. Yes.
Yes, excellent running play there by North Melbourne down into the forward line. I see they've got John Law playing centre-half forward. McCarthy was named there, so that's another move that they have made. And really, they haven't got noted forwards, North Melbourne, so this is the best way for them to score goals. Run it down in that forward line. Jimmy Cracker on the end of that hand pass and kick that one from about 15 to 20 metres out.
So the quick reply by North, Jim Cracker. It's a 3-point lead to North Melbourne. Goals to Cracker and Love. Back in the middle with Parsons up against Mossop. Wins it from the middle. Down towards half-forward, but they're not taking it out of the square. It's Healy who goes with a left-foot kick. Down towards that half-forward line once again. Pushed clear. Some heavy work going on, and it'll be Chandler to take the free kick. From one edge of the square to the other, down towards half-forward. Law up, couldn't take the mark. Cracker, a soccer off the ground. Danger here, Arsieri inside 50. Shoots in towards full forward. Beautiful kick, great play. So Peter German, it's not German in fact, he's directly in front. This is Alistair Clarkson. Will have no trouble posting North Melbourne's 3rd goal. He shoots at goal and puts it through.
Yes, and that's another move that North Melbourne have made. Clarkson lining up at full forward. Fairley was named there. He seems very short to be playing at full forward, but I suppose if you get that movement on the forward line, both sides have extremely good small players. There's Arsieri with a long kick into the goal square. Carter had left Clarkson, had backed his judgment, and Clarkson was left alone to take the mark in the goal square.
Three goals, plays 1 goal free, and a good move that by John Kennedy, I feel. I'll probably try and run Rod Carter, run him off his legs. Oh, there was a push in the bow. Well done, Chandler. Held his ground. Good play. Ross Smith, a real tough cookie, this guy, as he goes wide. It was a bad hand pass, though. Ian Roberts intercepts. Oh, the hurried kick. Now, that's a free kick relayed upfield. And it's bad play by North. That was on Healy, that free kick. And the kick will be relayed to Greg Williams. or, in fact, it is not. It's going to Tony Morwood. Now, Morwood will kick from 50 metres. Another one of the good Swans players last week against the Bombers. Well, he kicks from 48 metres and he goes out to the right, and that's exactly where the ball went. Went out to the right and tried to hook it back. So another behind of the Swans. They're on 1 goal forward, trailing North Melbourne 3 straight goals.
Yes, 8 points to margin. Towards Mossop, unable to take the mark. Good smother towards the boundary line. Still going is Murphy. Does well. Deep into attack. Cordy high from behind. Can't complete the mark. Recovered well, but Smith is there. Tumbles a punt back, but straight onto the chest of Carroll. Gets his kick in time. Back towards full forward once again. Plenty of flyers. No, right, waiting down, and he got.
Yes, magnificent roving there by Steve Wright. Ran to the face of the pack at the right time. Quick kick down into the forward line by Dennis Carroll. Good long kick, which he does so often. There is a long kick into the forward line from 50 to 60 metres out. The pack flew, and look at Steve Wright in perfect position to rove that one. Quickly onto the left foot. And a good goal to the Sydney Swans.
Stephen Wright kicks his first. It's 2 points the difference, favouring North. In the middle again. Oh, Mossop tried to go straight over the top of Parsons. Larkin out wide to Philip Cracker. He has support. Could have been a free kick down the ground, but it doesn't matter because Arsieri goes long in towards the square, but it just goes across the face. And another point goes on the board. So the first blemish as far as North Melbourne are concerned, 3-1. Plays 2-4. And Rod Carter. And around the halfway mark of this first quarter, kicking straight down the middle. Taken from Healy by Carroll. Gets onto the left footer. Over centre he goes. Who's waiting down? It spins back into the middle. Williams through, and look at that hand passing. Uncanny the way he can find a player. This time he's found Murphy, who does it well towards Henwood at centre half forward. He'll kick from around 50. It may be beyond him. What do you think, Pete?
Well, if he gets onto a torpedo, well, he's holding it. I don't know how he's holding that. But so now he's going for the drop punt now, I think. But, well, great play that by Murphy. He's kicked it very, very high. Will not quite make the distance. It's up in the goal square. Oh, gee, nearly. Here's a chance though for Mitchell to pick it up. I think he's put it through. Forward line, when it hits the ground, those small Swans players already right. And of course, Mitchell have snapped very, very good goals by roving. There's Healy. Take it away from him. Oh, here's Peter German. Oh, he shouldn't have given that one because he set up his teammate Larkin Arsieri. Oh, good tackling by the Swans. And they'll play holding the ball. Terrific tackling that by the Swans. And they've certainly, well, they've had a rugby coach up here taking them for tackling, and it's working. David Murphy looking for the loose man, the umpire making him come back over the mark. Murphy, best on ground against Essendon last week. 2 inspiring goals, and there's a 60-metre kick towards half forward. Already one man went for it. Tony Morwood, the Tui. He gets a bad bounce, but he's good enough to go back again and get it. Further afield to Ian Roberts, going to have another pot shot at goal from 55 metres. The back pocket player fires, and in fact has hit the post.
So suddenly, Sydney peppering away. 8 scoring shots to 4. They lead by just 4 points.
Actually, I think Ian Roberts tonight is lining up on the wing, Sandy.
Well, here he goes again. I think he heard you, and he's determined to score a goal. In towards Cordy. Has the ball now, but he's also under great pressure and just about pulls out the behind post. Now have a look at that.
Doesn't look very sturdy, actually, that point post, does it? Fairly flimsy.
Free kick, too, to Cordy.
I suppose that gives new meaning to the phrase opening up the face of it.
Well, it'll be interesting, Sandy, to see if he runs out to the right and opens up the goal. Yep. Here's the kick. Bang, is it his second? Oh, he's hit the post again, I think. Yes. Second poster in a minute to the Sydney Swans. So they're doing plenty of attacking into the slight breeze. 3-6 to 3-1. They're 5 points in front.
John Law again, this time to the outer side. Mossop is there. At the back is Allison, who'll be first to recover. Almost scooped it up with the one hand. but it was Williams who was putting pressure on him. Sydney still trying to go forward. Parsons' kick was partly smothered. Now an opportunity for Larkin running through the centre. Has possession. Goes onto the left foot, in towards the pocket. Once again, it goes over the top. And a chance for the defence of the Sydney Swans through Lloyd, who's taken over the line. A throw-in.
Well, he was a real surprise packet last week on the half-back line, Matthew Lloyd. And first season last year for the Swans, but G played a good game.
Sydney leading by 5 points. Parsons from the back pocket. The big fella lumbers to that outer side. Henwood pulls it in with the one hand, then plays on to Mitchell. Sydney goes streaming forward from that half-back line. Morwood will come over the top. A little too early over, and he knew straight away that he'd done the wrong thing and lost the football. But a good start by both of these sides tonight. And we should be in for a very entertaining game as Mossop comes over the top. Williams is waiting down, tries to go underneath, loses the football, however. And once again, North should get out of trouble. It's Spargo going up towards the half-forward line. They've got players waiting down. This looks dangerous. The kick goes in towards the open goal. How's it going to bounce from Smith? 1 point. So North move to 3-2. And it'll be Rod Carter.
And the evergreen Rod Carter. I wonder how long he'll go. I reckon he could probably go another 2 years. Playing at fullback. Very negative player, but a very valuable player he is. 2 weeks suspension. A lot of people thought he was a little bit stiff to get it too.
Bernie Harris didn't, Peter.
He's one of your best mates. Well, it's on half forward for North. Mossop taps it out, but Mitchell roving beautifully. Out it comes to, in fact, it was Phil Cracker that time. Greg Williams. A little clever kick. There was a bad bounce for Morwood on Martin, and Smith nearly collided, but Ross Smith's good enough to come back and bring it towards the pocket. Jason Love almost took the mark. I think he got into the back of his opponent, and he did. One of the Cordy boys, this is Graham, lined up, named at full forward, playing in defence. Graham Cordy towards centre wing. Mitchell to Williams, who ducks ahead. Jimmy Cracker now. That could be holding the ball. It was a throw. No, over the line, I think. Yes, the boundary umpire saying that ball was over the line. Of course, 3 Cordy brothers have played league football. Brian Cordy still at Footscray. 4 points the difference. Swans in front. Parsons missed that one completely. Mitchell slips over. Still on centre wing. Carroll's caught. Oh, here's Larkin. Oh, brilliantly to Peter German. He runs to 50 metres. There's an open goal. It could be a goal. A great one. What a top goal by Peter German.
Williams tries to get it out of the middle for Sydney once again. It's goal for goal here at the Sydney Cricket Ground at the moment. And a great game of football as Ian Roberts is pinged for holding the ball. Donald McDonald from the centre of the ground has got Phil Cracker wide. He'll have time. Now look up to a pretty congested forward line and decides against it. He'll stay out of it and go forward. And there once again he finds Alistair Clarkson, who goaled earlier in the quarter. He's kicked 1 to date. But he's going to be kicking from almost 60 metres. Doesn't even worry, just tries to centre the football. He was looking for Mossop, who was caught behind. Carroll it is, out to Williams. They're out of trouble once again. Now Bays, beautiful kick to Henwood. Henwood plays on. Gets his kick in time. Down towards Cordy, who's come out into that left forward pocket. With him is Law. And together they see it over the line. The throw in to take place. On Sydney's 50-metre attacking line. Parsons jostling for front spot. Scouting in front was Healy, doing it beautifully. Pushed it down to within 15 metres of the scoring zone.
Jason Love off Sandy and coming on John McCarthy.
A throw in again. Parsons with a height advantage. Law loses it to right. Can he pick it up and get a kick? He cannot. He tries to scoot it out the back. Big Parsons couldn't take it. Now Henwood and Cracker. Cracker claimed by Henwood. Umpire Russo those sets. Line ball.
Well, good umpiring too. I think you'd agree, Bernie, because he had no chance of getting rid of that.
Correct decision, Peter, yes.
Here's the bounce. Henwood tries to come over the top. Can't take it. Neither can Williams. And this time the decision has been paid, Bernie.
Yes, Andy, it has. It's Williams who will be taking the free kick. And well deserved, that one too, I feel.
So Greg Williams, just 30 metres out, almost directly in front. A chance for Sydney to hit the lead. He's made no mistake.
He's a top player, Greg Williams, there's no doubt about that. His first goal, and this has been a very lively opening. 4 goals to each side, and here's the replay. A free kick here to Williams.
I don't know what for, having a look at that again, Sandy. I've changed my mind.
Very lucky.
Yeah, I think you're right, Peter. Very lucky in the end.
Well, 4 points the difference, but here comes Phil Cracker to McCarthy, just on the ground. Can he kick one through? Oh, yes, he's done it. So we won't argue with him. He had the measurements all written out and everything. So here it is, back in the centre. Let's see if the Swans can reply. Oh, here's Bayes. He is a great kick he received from Murphy on that occasion, or Mitchell, in fact, it was. Still in front of goal. Here's John Law trying to bring it out. He's got a teammate there. A bit of soccer tactics in by Martin, but he lost it. Morwood shuffles it out. Phil Cracker towards Asiri. Asiri will probably hit for the boundary line. He tried to. Martin caught behind. Steve Wright tripped himself up then. In goes Potter, who's a real worker. Tries to get it out to Morwood. Oh, Spargo went without the ball, and Morwood dives on top of it. Oh, he's got a free kick for in the back. I thought he just took a bit of a dive there, Tony Morwood. He's at the 50-metre line. And back in form, he certainly is. As I said, 50 metres, a wobbly kick towards the goal square. Big Parsons is there, and Ross Smith up the ground, he goes. Phil Cracker. Ian Roberts there against him, and eventually, now that could be out in the full. Well, Ian Roberts seemed to think it was, but the boundary umpire and field umpire said no, so it'll be a throw-in.
I think the crowd might have thought that too. 2 points the difference, however. Big Parsons. Well, the big fella didn't know what to do by the time he made up his mind. So the umpire, he lost it. And there's 150-metre.
Academy Award, I think, then by young Mark.
And it is brought Asiri down almost to the centre. He's inside the square, and it puts North deep into their attacking zone. Mossop doesn't fly, was waiting down. An opportunity for Sydney to clear again. It's pushed wide by Smith towards the wing and over the line once again. So a good close contest, this one. 9 goals scored in the quarter to date. Just over 5 minutes remaining and only 2 points separating these two sides. Williams again, the architect on so many occasions, to Mitchell. Sydney up towards half forward. Good mark taken in defence by Smith. Plays on quickly to McRae. Now North into attack. Healy almost taken out of it. The hurried kick goes down into the pocket towards Clarkson. With him is Carter.
Free kick down the field, Sandy.
And this is going to give Clarkson an opportunity to kick his second, but he's on a very, very tight angle.
Fantastic play by Sean Smith, his desperation then as he dived on that ball.
He played a great game last week too, Peter, Sean Smith, playing on Paul Roos. He took about 10 marks for the game.
Clarkson on the boundary line. A mighty effort, but 1 point over.
Poster. Just snicked the post, I think. So that's 3 posters so far in this game, and I think we're in for a great game of football. 3 points the difference. Well, back it comes from that kick in by Carter, and when in fact Carter was the man taking the mark, he didn't kick it in that time. He's got it at half back and brings it towards half forward, but it was a poorly directed kick, and Peter German has taken the mark. Now he brings it wide. He's got 2 or 3 players there. All chipping in was Murphy. Brilliant play, Murphy. Gets in the hand pass too to a teammate, Williams. Oh, a very rare fumble that by Greg Williams. Play on, said the umpires. Matthew Lloyd's got it in the centre of the ground and kicks a booming drop punt, a high one. Parsons at the back. Has he marked it? Michael Parsons, yes, he's marked it. Back of the pack. Too tall. And for North Adelaide in the grand final last year, he kicked 6.
Yeah, that's right. He was best on the ground in that game over there, Peter, and that's what the Swans have really been wanting to do, take some of those big marks up on the forward line.
Well, this will put the Swans in front if he can kick it from 20 metres out directly in front. Big Michael Parsons, he kicks, and he goes.
Favouring Sydney, and infringement in the square. It's going against North Melbourne, and it'll be Smith to put Sydney into attack again, down towards the half-forward line. Martin went up alone with a big fist and pushed it down, but Healy is waiting there for Sydney. Chips away in towards Cordy. Play on. Ball comes to ground. Right back to Cordy again. He's under great pressure close to the boundary line. The North defence in real trouble as Ian Roberts looks for a free kick with a great lunge forward. And also down there was Craig Potter.
Well, I reckon I've never seen so much acting in all my life. There's been about 6 or 7 times players have taken the dive trying to con the umpire.
Is that John Law?
John Law it is,
Well,
yes.
that's bad luck.
Well, we'll keep an eye on him. Let's hope he's okay. We do have Steve Rebilliard on the boundary line to keep us in touch.
Looked like the right shoulder, Sandy.
Well, it'll be most unfortunate if that's the case. The kick comes in towards Cordy again, but there's a big pack there. Spargo on the last line of defence, pushing it back towards the half-back line. Coming to meet it is McCarthy under real pressure, loses the football. An attempted sock off the ground, goes straight to Murphy. Murphy fires away at goal, but he pulls it, and the point is the result.
Bad play by Michael Martin then. He had plenty of time to pick that ball up and kick it out of defence, and he went for a soccer kick and missed it. 5-7, plays 5-3. Steve Rebilliard's down on the boundary line. We'll come to Steve later on to find out about that injury, but he's back again. He's a pretty tough boy, John Law. Mossop kicked away from him. Williams.
He's coming off the ground now,
Ian
Peter.
Roberts is coming off now, John Law, and we'll find out from Steve later on the extent of that injury. That's rotten luck. It could be an elbow or a shoulder, that. Probably the elbow, I think. And he's a tough boy. He'd have to be hurt to come off, John Law. Ball, in the meantime, is on half-forward for the Swans. I'll miss John Law, too. Healy, ducked the head. Hand pass out to Parsons, back into the action. Oh, shocking kick, but luck's of fortune was no, not the required distance. Roberts, a tunnel ball one. Ross Smith goes in after it. Oh, great play by Smith. Smothered off the boot, though. Oh, brought back by Ian Roberts again to half-forward. Morwood was the flyer. Over the back of Steve Wright. Nearly top one in the air. Picks it up on the left foot. Fires a goal, a brilliant goal to the Rover.
Magnificent play by Steve Wright. His second goal, he's kicked 2 goals, 1. And his roving in that forward line's been a pleasure to watch. Across the face of the goal across the face of goal on the pack on that first goal he kicked, and onto the left foot on that occasion, and into the open goal, and kicks his second. And the Swan small players are right into the thick of things tonight.
There's John Law, and that's a tragic blow for North Melbourne. 10 points is the margin. This is the greatest margin in the game to date. Jim Cracker tries to send North forward, down towards their half-forward line. Jonas hasn't had a sniff to date. Loses the football on this occasion. They've still got possession through Larkin. Oh, there's some fierce work going on down there at the moment. Just 20 seconds remaining in this first quarter. But it is tough.
You see some wild kicks now without the kicking in danger rule. Boots fly everywhere.
The final 10 seconds of this first quarter. The ascendancy at the moment with the Sydney Swans. Is there going to be time for North to score a goal before the siren sounds? It's going to be very close. No, they won't.
Free kick, Sandy.
They still have a chance there.
Against Jared Healy for a trip.
So this could be costly. But Peter German is going to have a shot, and he'll kick from around 40 metres on a 45-degree angle. Has already kicked 1 goal. And this to make the margin of 4 points. The kick from German is well off the side of the boot and just trickles through for 1 behind.
Very casual, wasn't it?
Very casual. At quarter time, we find the Sydney Swans holding a 9-point lead. 6-7 43, leading North Melbourne 5-4, 34. Point margin into the second quarter, 6-7 to 5-4. Parsons up against Mossop. It's won by Parsons. Cracker boys were quiet in the first term. Williams gets a short kick. It was stolen from Murphy, who's got to go in for a second attempt. He's still going. Under pressure, he's lost it finally.
Another North Melbourne player.
There's another player down, it looks like Smith. Oh, that's bad news.
A lot of pain too.
Smith is in real pain out there on the ground. This is going to leave them with 18 men. McCarthy up too early, couldn't take it. A chance for Henwood, he shoots in towards goal. Did it go through for one behind? I think it may have. Yes. That player, Smith, is still down on the ground. The stretcher at this moment is being carried out. Oh, what a blow for the Northerners.
I'll have to stop play, Sandy.
Yep. Did you actually see it, Bernie?
Well, there didn't seem to be much in it. I think a player dived and knocked the ball away and then maybe took his legs out from underneath him. Here it is again. There's Smith. Now there's a Swans player dives. Oh, yes, he's
crossed the knee.
Done his knee for sure.
Oh.
That left knee.
Oh, he's in agony. That's rotten luck.
It just shows how easily a knee injury can happen because there wasn't a lot in it.
No, well, in recent years, so many players have suffered a similar fate.
They've all been simple.
Yep.
If you recall the Paul Salmon one, how easily he did his, and Tim Watson. And that's rotten luck to Ross because he's come back from injury in the last few weeks and he's a great player. Very courageous player, Ross Smith. Well, they get expert attention, those trainers, though. All the league clubs now, Sandy, have very, very well qualified medical staff.
Yes, it's good to see the correct thing being done, but most unfortunate.
Here's from another angle. Have a look at this one again, Sandy. He's hit from the side. Oh, that knee just crumpled up underneath him.
Just taken from underneath him, but just dead bad luck.
Oh, well, there's two players I don't think we'll see back on the ground. I'm sure we won't see...
John Law.
Well, Ross Smith, I'm sure we won't see. I don't know about John Law. If those nerves come good, he may come back on again, but it looked a fairly serious injury when he came off.
It's a rotten luck for North because their great captain, of course, is still out. Had that knee operation, Wayne Schimmelbusch.
Yep. So, as a result of all that, one behind was kicked. The margin is now 10 points. Ross Smith leaves the arena and Ian Fairley replaces him.
I wouldn't say he's sprinting on Ian Fairley, would you?
He's just warming up.
He's going, well, that's why he's going down to play on Rod Carter. He doesn't want to get down there too quickly.
Okay, let's get back into the action now. It'll be Martin who'll bring the ball back into play for North Melbourne. Going to the outer side once again. No mark taken. Big Mossop with strength. Put his teammate under pressure. In fact, he copped one over the head. But he may get away with it, McRae. Down towards centre half forward. North need a goal and they need one badly. They've got the opportunity here. Arsieri, but he's going to lose it. It was thrown to him. So the Sydney Swans to get out of trouble through Matthew Lloyd from half back. Kicks in towards the centre. Ballwood fists it down beautifully. Potter. Here's a chance for Henwood. Shoots towards goal and puts it through.
5-4, the Swans starting to get on top. Jimmy Cracker, they really need a lot more out of the Cracker brothers. No doubt about that. Asiri. Now, he's a bit lucky to get that one. Little Mark Asiri is at half forward, 60 metres out as he sets it up. Oh, the Swans' taller players get back. Parsons was there. The loose ball comes to German. He was grabbed without the ball. Now he could be caught for holding it. No, Healy. But umpire Mike Snedden right on the scene. And he will bounce it. And there is Donald McDonald. Really, those experienced North players will have to lift. Parsons loses it to his teammate. That was Tui. That big Wayne Henwood there, yes. He invented a new style of football against Essendon last week, and it's just called the bull charge.
Very effective.
Oh, he split the packs about 10 times last week. He's about 17.5 stone. You wouldn't want to get in his way. There's 20 players around the ball here at the moment. Parsons gets it out, but the Assyria was out. Brilliant play. Tremendous play by Murphy to Henwood, and here he comes. And a daisy-cutting kick, but it's just offline. Who's that? Chandler, I think, or was it Larkin? It's Chandler, in fact, loses it to Steve Wright. Right over the top. Here's a chance for Morwood. He's ducking and weaving. He hooks it back to the pocket. Cordy caught behind. Martin doing the pushing and shoving. Oh, in they go after it again. It's a loose ball. Hand pass comes from Spargo. Out wide and comes to Marcus Syria. Brings it towards centre wing.
Pushed wide. Well trapped. That was by Murphy. Morwood forward again into the pocket. Williams under pressure. Caught with the football. And it's taken over the line. So a throw in to take place. 50 plays 34. And she's fairly happy with the boys at the moment. Donald McDonald has also been receiving a bit of a treatment. I think some of that magic spray might have been used too, Pete. Spargo gets it clear. Larkin wide. Now an opportunity for Arsieri. Bouncing his way up towards the half-forward line. No pressure on him. Kick was past Bays. Also past Cracker. This is Jim Cracker trying to get it out to brother Phil. Pulled off the football and he'll be free kick. The past master of that. Well, they really do need the Cracker boys to fire North Melbourne. Their touches have been few and far between so far tonight. He'll kick from outside 50, around 55 metres, a stammering, slow approach, and it tells in the kick. It tumbles into the pocket, and next Peter McKenna will say an outstanding pass to Jason Love, who plays on, shoots at goal, but pulls it for one behind.
Well, there's Jason. He was a former Port Melbourne star in the VFA in Melbourne. And, well, as I said, came on interchange last year up here and won the game, or helped win the game for North, kicking 6 goals. There's Phil Cracker. Sandy said they badly need him firing. Jonas towards full forward. Here's a chance. Fairley gets it out to German, who fires and puts it through.
And Peter German's kicked his second goal. Excellent play there by Fairley too, at full forward to get that ball out. Doesn't look as fit as he was last year, Fairley, but he'll be doing the job, contesting hard up at full forward.
Two goals then to Peter German. Can that inspire North? They trail by only 9 points. Mossop trying to get it out of the middle again. Oh, some heavy body work going in there. Cracker's at the bottom of it.
Peter Jonas. Oh, did he go in?
Well, I think he must have watched Henwood last week.
Well, he collected Gerard Healy full on then, and Healy, it looks a bit groggy, but he got straight up.
Here's the bounce over the top of Mossop, who tried to go over Henwood. Martin has lost it.
Too long, I think. I think the umpire said he held it too long.
Murphy. Oh, he's got big Parsons alone. The big fella's going to drift into the pocket to right. Can he get clear of Mossop? He can. Swings round from 45 metres out. He shoots towards goal and has put it through. North, can they come back now? Out wider towards Philip Cracker. He can't pick up the football tonight. Not having a good night. Socket out of his hands by Carroll towards the boundary line. Cordy is going to be kept in play. Love shoots at goal. It's a good-looking kick in towards goal. And one behind.
He might have pulled a hamstring then too, Graham Cordy. There he is, limping. And I reckon he clutched for that thigh then, Sandy, and could be gone.
He's had trouble with that in the past, hasn't he, Peter? So, unfortunately, if he does go off with an injury, he looks very proppy at the moment.
Ian Roberts in the back pocket. Over to, he might have got a slight nudge. Carroll just holds the ball underneath.
Cordy off.
And replacing him is Michael Lockman. Here's the bounce. Parsons. Big Henwood comes over the top. Wright can't keep it in play.
I think they're one of the injuries. If it is a hamstring, there's Graham Cordy there. but footballers really do dread. Look how long it's put Bruce Lindner of Geelong out. Steve Malaxos has been out about 8 weeks.
He's gone to the days of 2 and 3 weeks.
Yep. And they try and come back sometimes a little bit early, of course, and they go again. There's Jason Love, a high floater towards full forward. Barely. Was caught from behind. There's Marcus Siri. Good play onto the left foot. Now, which way will it bounce? Doesn't. Go straight ahead towards the boundary line. And in fact over. They're not out of it at the moment. It's 8-8 to 6-6. A couple of quick goals. And the Northerners will be right back in it. Fairly. Down to the ground it goes. Here's Cracker. Can't grab it. Oh, Carter's caught. He dropped it. Oh, the German. Goal.
Well, Rob Carter decided to take on Cracker and paid the penalty because the ball spilled out and Germans kicked his 3rd goal. Here it is again. Rod Carter tried for too much. Good tackle by Jimmy Cracker. Spilled out, and of course it was German finishing it off, kicking his 3rd goal. So there's 2 players that kicked 3 goals. Peter German of North Melbourne and Steve Wright of the Sydney Swans.
So 8 points is the margin, and North clinging to Sydney in this 2nd quarter.
You keep thinking that Sydney are going to run away with this, but they're not doing it. North are just hanging in there, and this is what happened last year when they beat the Swans.
Ian Roberts is forced to do the ruck work on that occasion. Philip Cracker ducks into trouble. Mitchell calling for it is Williams. He's clear. He shoots at goal. Good looking kick. He's put it through. Quick answer.
Quick answer to Greg Williams. He kicks his 2nd. And it's been a game of attack and counter-attack. And I think there'll be some pretty tired boys by the end of this game because the ball's moved up and down that ground with great speed. Here it is, Phil Cracker in a lot of trouble. Great tackling by the Sydney Swans. Knocked out, ended up with Williams. And a lovely kick for goal from 45 metres out.
All right, as the ball comes back to the centre, let's go down to Steve Robilliard. Steve, what medical report can you give us?
Well, I had to talk to Ross Smith. He's sitting up on the bench and he suffered a recurrence of an old ankle stress fracture. Thinks he's torn a couple of ligaments and doesn't expect to play again tonight, but should be back in a couple of weeks. Graham Cordy, as you called it, has a hamstring strain.
Okay, thank you, Steve. Well, bad luck for both boys. They're out of business for the remainder of the night. But North Melbourne at the moment are not to be denied. Allison kicks up over the wing, taken by German. Thought about playing on. Gave great thought to it, in fact. Spargo in the centre.
50-metre penalty.
Well, he's brought him down to where Spargo was about to kick the football. But it'll be delivered back to German.
He's having a good night, Sandy.
Yes, he is. Peter German will kick from 50. A drop punt. Deep in towards the square. Ian Roberts tries to come over and affect the spoil, but I think it's a mark at the bottom, and I think it's Cracker.
Oh, that's a great mark if he's taken that in that pack. Because he's up against, Phil Cracker, up against the big Sydney Swans players in the goal square. And Phil Cracker, there's not much of him. He marked it in the middle of about 4 Sydney Swans players, so a great effort.
Brother Jim has kicked 1 tonight. Phil plays on, runs round and puts it through. Starting to fall and the crowd scattering for cover. Murphy claimed, loses the football. That was by Fairley. Parsons, the big fella, pushes it out wide for Healy. Recovered after that heavy knock. Martin giving chase, but he gets it into the middle, and Williams, look at him. Back to Healy from 45 metres. He fires at goal, but he's off target. And 1 behind only as the result. '63 plays 54. This rain, nothing like was experienced last week. Just light at the moment. Ian Roberts coming over the top to affect the spoil. Larkin through. Onto the left foot he goes. Good use of the body on that occasion by Carroll. Swings play back into the centre. Healy is starting to have a real influence on this game. In towards full forward. No one at home, however, at the moment. Big Parsons and Cordy. Left to the big fella to try and do the work. Now support from Ian Roberts. Claimed by Allison. He goes to ground. Still trying to get the football out. It comes to Philip Cracker. To Arsieri. Wide on the boundary line. Dodges 1, 2. Gets the handball away. Puts his teammate under pressure, McRae, who goes back to Phil Cracker. On to Fairley. North, a positive move up forward. A deep penetrating kick. Jimmy Cracker was waiting for it to come out. It didn't.
Well, he did the right thing there, Jimmy Cracker. He stayed down. He watched that like a hawk, hoping that it'd come loose, but it didn't. Bouncing the ball right in front of the North goal. There's Fairley trying to have a quick kick, but the Swans are able to repel that attack. Oh, centre of the ground is Morwood. Hand pass to a man under pressure in Ian Roberts. Phil Cracker tackles him. Down towards half forward it goes. North hanging on well at the moment. John McCarthy, the youngster, goes in after it, close to the boundary line. Taps it back. Oh, back it comes with a hand pass to Cordy again. He hooks it towards the pocket. Pressure on now on North Melbourne. No attempt to even mark it. Grabbed by Dean McRae. Back it comes towards half-back. The bounce favours Greg Williams. Oh, a little quick kick was by Ian Roberts. Oh, good tackle on Tony Smith. Now, the umpire said he was holding. He actually didn't have it. It was at the base of the feet. And the Swan supporters not liking that one. This is Brett Allison, who we haven't seen a lot of tonight. Started off the season in brilliant form. Towards half forward, Lockman. He couldn't take the mark. North again coming forward. This is by Love to Cracker. This is Phil Cracker, a brilliant hand pass. Clarkson over the top. It's knocked on further afield by German. Oh, there's that in the back. No, said the umpire. Play on as Bays. A hand pass over the top. In fact, with Jason Love. I think I said Clarkson. And it will be a throw-in at the 50-metre line. But at the moment, it's 9-9 to 8-6. We saw John Law injured with that shoulder. What's the verdict down there, Steve Rebellion? Well, we're not quite getting it at the moment, but there's Bays. Taken away from North. The Swans desperately trying to get it out of defence. In went Spargo. North having a red-hot go at the moment as Tony Smith picks it up. And on the left foot, hooks it back to the centre of the ground. Punched away by McCarthy. Phil Cracker, brilliant skills. Taps it on to Clarkson. Here come North again. Clarkson a hurry kick. Leading in the race is German, who's had a very good night's football. Peter German. Good skills too, but he's caught. Oh, great tackle by Tui. That's holding the ball.
Great tackle, great persistence.
I think he was hoping that the umpire may have thought that the tackle had slipped down and he had been tackled around the legs.
Towards Morwood. Fisted clear. Well, the tackling has been fantastic tonight. Mitchell tries to push it wide. Allison now, a chance for North Melbourne. To Mossop. Oh. The big fella had no one in front of him. Yes, he could have played on. It casually went back. Fairly through the pack. Cracker to Cracker. A shot at goal. Good looking kick. And he's kicked it. It's a great goal.
The Crackers are just starting to have that little bit of influence on this match now. They've really come into it in this second quarter. That's Jimmy's second goal. And Phil's kicked one. So they've kicked 2 goals this quarter between them. There it is again, Jimmy on a very tight angle on the boundary line. Threaded it right through the middle. So if North Melbourne are going to win, they will need the Crackers to really be playing at their top.
OK, there's John Law. I think Steve Revillia's just been with him. Steve, what's the verdict?
He did get a bit of a knee in the neck, which paralysed that arm. He says he's getting a bit of feeling and strength back in it and hopes to be back on in the second half.
All right, thanks, Steve. Now we're with Mossop.
Well, I'll back him to come back on for sure. As I said earlier, very tough player, John Law. Here's Greg Williams. As we said, the North are really hanging in here at the moment. And this is very reminiscent of last year. I don't like to repeat myself, but everyone thought the Swans were going to win last year, and North just hung in there all night and knocked them off. At the moment, the Swans can't get away from them. 3 points the difference. Sydney Swans still in front. There's Potter. Brings it out of defence, but oh, they're playing well that back line at the moment. McCarthy, and started the year on the forward line, but now in defence. Oh, look at that kick. A 70-metre torpedo punt, a ripper up towards the forward line. Marcus Erie picks it up. Hooks it goal, slightly wide, and through for a point. But those little players, Bernie mentioned the Crackers. Asiri having a very good night also. There's another guy having a good night. You expect the tinny to be in the hand there, wouldn't you, Sandy?
Just 2 points the margin. Back into play once again, and Murphy to Williams. The hand pass, beautiful to Bays, who's a lovely kicker of the football. The delivery on this occasion, well, it'll finish with Morwood, who doesn't pull it back enough. Behind is the result.
That was a magnificent kick out from Dennis Carroll. Long and low, about 60 metres, and didn't go higher than 10 feet off the ground.
3 points, the margin. Ian Roberts says, thank you very much. He goes short, Morwood. Well fisted clear. Pushed towards the boundary line. McCarthy kept it in play, then went over the top. Roberts applies the tackle, but illegally, said the umpire. It was a push, and Smith will take it. Sean Smith in the back pocket to centre wing. Coming over the top was Tui, trying to fist it down. Cracker gets it wide to Allison, writes on his hammer, and he pushes him over the line.
Very clever knock on then by Jimmy Cracker. Quick as lightning. And there he is, little Jimmy. And I'm sure he's not 100% fit. He really hasn't got over that ankle operation he had over the summer. Nearly 9 minutes to go in this quarter. There's the tackle on Mitchell. Oh, lovely hand pass out to right. And an equally good hand pass to Mitchell again. Mitchell punches it on in front of him. Now, was that Chandler or Larkin? Back to this Chandler. Towards half-back it comes. Oh, there's a hand pass. Spargo. Here's danger. Lord, he really is hobbling a bit, Jimmy Cracker. Hand pass that was to Clarkson. Clarkson back looking for Larkin. Oh, they messed that one up. Tony Smith towards Dennis Carroll. Carroll, oh, beautiful looking kick towards half. Oh, they've lost it. It's North because Mitchell's got it. Over to Healy. Healy a pot shot at the goals. The offline again. So they're not getting away. The Swans are on 9-11. North are on 9-7.
Four points, the margin. Donald McDonald brings the ball back into play. He lets fly with a torpedo punt. It's a magnificent kicking distance, but it goes straight to Greg Williams. Spears one into Henwood.
Poor defensive play. That is really bad play, particularly from fullback. That's two in a row, Bernie, that they've kicked the Swans.
Well, look at this defensive play now. Oh, Healy was standing there on the in between the forward pocket and half-forward flank, and not North Melbourne player within 20 metres of him.
Gerard Healy a chance to kick his first for the night. But he has been pretty busy. And Sydney fans would certainly enjoy a steadier. They've seen their margin cut, their lead cut to just 4 points. It is now 10 points. We're back in the middle again. It's a shocking bounce. Trying to fist it away with Smith. He couldn't do so. Wright a chance to break clear, but too late because the free kick.
Don't tell me Sean Smith's taking the centre knock. Greg Mossop was full forward and Sean Smith's in the ruck.
Out wide towards the wing, Carroll.
Well, he is a big leaper, but I don't think he's that big, Bernie.
Carroll from half back. Henwood jostling for front position. McCarthy can't take it. Tried to spoon it out the back. The advantage will be paid here. Chandler had possession. German is the target. German he finds. Peter German had a big game so far. He's kicked 3. Looking for Jim Cracker in the pocket.
He's hobbling.
Yes, he is.
Just hasn't got that zip. Look at that. 3 kicks and 2 handballs. That's not like Jimmy Cracker.
And he's going to be kicking from outside 50. The punt wobbles into the pocket, and Healy takes the mark. Plays on to Bays. Bays from the back pocket. Spargo. $10 points is the Sydney Swans lead. North trying to peg them back again. Jonas was the flyer, couldn't take the mark. No one able to get it out. And Mark Bays will be forced to hand it over to umpire John Russo. Tom Hafey, a little concerned. It's a good tight contest, this one. Lockman clear for Sydney. Back towards the wing. Now into the pocket again, and fairly a chance. Very tight angle. Used as an interchange player, Ian Fairley. He is right on the line. The kick is a good-looking one. The result is 1 behind. 10-11, plays 9-8. 9 points the margin. Carroll. Towards Carter. He's got it. Been a great player for Sydney, Rod Carter. Ian Roberts. Or are they going to get into trouble? No, they get out of it. Potter's kick towards that half-forward line, but Mark. Another 50. Wayne Henwood running back. He does look like a raging bull too. Big Wayne Henwood as he charges back. Has a bit of a word with the umpire. Still chatting with him. It hasn't affected Martin, although he kicks off the side of the boot down towards half-forward. Ian Roberts, under no pressure whatsoever, takes it with ease. Gets it wider to Bays. Over the top will be Williams. Now is that 50? It is. They'll pay the advantage. Carroll. Players everywhere loose. This is Roberts again. Morwood.
Well, that back line is so loose, Bernie.
Well, just this last 10 minutes or so, Peter, the forwards have been able to break free. And Morwood has had a fairly quiet night, but on that occasion had no opponent anywhere near him.
The shot from Morwood goes in towards full forward. Was there a touch right on the line by McDonald? And
Very poor kick. That was about 35 metres.
That's all he kicked it from. He didn't really put much into it at all.
Well, 10-12 plays 9-8. Oh, dangerous kick in. Gee, they're not kicking in from fullback, but there's luck's of fortune because McRae was there. Oh, it sets it up for Assyria. Gutsy mark too. Here's a chance for North Melbourne. McRae, brilliant play because he backed up well, fairly. Over the back of his head. Michael Lockman is there. A quick hand pass, finds Tui. Tui back towards centre wing, but it'll be a mark. And this is Brett Allison. North Melbourne at the moment. They're just really hanging in there as the high kick. They need a forward to take a couple of marks. No, not this time. Still there with Tui. He's caught with the ball. German taps it on. Oh, good football by Jason Love, but he loses it. Greg Williams, brilliant hand pass. Healy's caught though. Now he loses it to Mossop. Mossop with a long hand pass over the top. Let's see what happens. Asiri into the open goal. He goes and he pops it through.
that's what we like to see. The rain has cleared. Centre bounce once again. Believe it or not, Mossop and Mitchell. Larkin under pressure. Williams also. Play on is the call. Spargo in towards Jim Cracker. He'll have to get rid of it quickly. Smith cleverly tapped it wider. Spargo again. Was that the required distance? Peter German's not happy about it.
Well, the umpire, that was the right decision. There's no doubt it went about 2.5 metres, that one.
You're right, Bernie.
Mitchell out wider towards Murphy, who had no help at all on that occasion. Big Mossop chasing Henwood. We've got just under 2 minutes remaining. It's a free kick on that outer side.
Oh, it's on.
Well, we should settle down. We've still got a half to go, boys. There's nothing in this game. Craig Potter at the bottom. Henwood. And it's going to be Wayne Henwood, I think. Will take the kick. He's gone back, saying, let's forget about this rubbish and get on with the game. He goes short. Healy. Gee, he's had a big first half, Peter.
Great player.
To the half-forward line. Target is Williams. Again, no support for him. And we'll see a bounce take place.
1 minute and 12 seconds to go in this quarter, so it could have a tremendous game on our hands here in the second half if it's, well, it looks like it's going to be close, but here's a chance for Potter into the open goal from 40 metres. Oh, another poster. That's the fourth of the game, I think. 3 to the Swans. 3 to the Swans and 1 to North, so again, still the scores are close, 5 points in favour of the Swans with 48 seconds to go in this quarter. Donald McDonald. Let's see who he kicks it to this time. Really do lack big man strength. There's a mark. Henwood over the top. And this is where North fall down in the air. Want anyone to take the big mark around the ground. Now, the short one. Phil Cracker. Oh, waited back. Should have gone for that one. Here's McDonald. Taps it on. 30 to see the time clock ticking away. It's important for North. They don't let the Swans get a goal. Here, brilliant play, Larkin. Oh, maybe North can race it up and get one. The clock ticking away. Sean Smith tries to tap it under his legs. Cracker's there to help him. Holding the ball, said the umpire.
10 seconds remaining. Carroll, long to half forward. Parsons and Cordy. No one able to take it. Out the back it comes. An attempted soccer off the ground, but there it is. The siren has beaten them. It's half-time here at the Sydney Cricket Ground. And still, neither side able to break away. We saw Sydney early on, but North have fought back. 10-13-73 to North Melbourne. 10-8-68. And I tell you what, Pete, there are going to be some tired and pretty sore boys coming off at the long break.
Well, North have done well to remain so close as they are, because they've lost two of their best defenders, John Law and Ross Smith, with which they both look to have fairly serious injuries. And really, if they do come back on the ground, well, Ross Smith won't. But if John Law has any thoughts about coming on, he probably won't be of much value anyway. But it is a very entertaining match here. 20 goals kicked in the first half. It's a great effort. The conditions are perfect. The smaller players are moving the ball brilliantly from end to end. And some of the tackling has been magnificent also.
So as the players go in for half-time, we'll check the score again. Sydney 10-13-73 lead. North Melbourne 10-8-68. With a 5-point margin, 10-13 to 10 goals 8 towards McCarthy and Morwood. We're going to see plenty of that, I think, in the second half. Cracker and Tui. Now Cracker clear across to German. German trying to centre it, looking for Spargo. Has him now. Onto the left foot. He lets one fly. Goes over the top. How's it going to bounce? Great start for North.
Yes, that is a great start to North Melbourne. Young Spargo, who's picking up Greg Williams in the centre. I think he was helped by the greasy conditions on that occasion, because the ball bounced in the goal square and skidded through. And there's German, who's been very busy across that half-forward line. And Spargo, from about 55 metres out, it landed in the goal square, and with the wet conditions, enabled it to skid through.
Well, North Melbourne in front by 1 point. What a tremendous start this third quarter. Here they come again too. If the Crackers really fire, could big trouble for the Swans. There's Williams battling away, but Matthew Lloyd's in there to help him. But it's a North Melbourne free kick. This is Spargo again. A brilliant left foot goal a moment ago. And, well, can they do it again? They're unbeaten up here in North Melbourne at the Sydney Cricket Ground. Oh, nearly a mark to Fairley. Not taken with that wet ball, though. Murphy has been a fairly quiet player tonight. Unusual for David Murphy. There's a free kick. No, said the umpire. Play on. Still at half-forward. The umpires have done an excellent job so far. John Russo and Mike Snedden. For the Swan supporters, if you're wondering why they're wearing black armbands, it's in memory of the grandfather of Craig Potter, who passed away during the week. It's Parsons. Loses it to Fairley. Back it comes to Jim Cracker. It's a high one. Oh, the Jonas ducks back. Oh, can't quite grab it. Taken away by Bays. He's not sure what to do with it. Now he comes across goal on that left foot. Didn't have much alternative, though. There's the loose ball. Lockman's in after. It'll probably head for the line. The umpire said he caught one in the back. And Michael Lockman will take it on half-back flank.
So Sydney, under all sorts of pressure at the moment, they've relinquished the lead. Henwood. Across the wing he goes. Towards Morwood. Well fisted away by McCarthy. Waiting down Mitchell. Beautiful long kick. Deep into the forward line. Cordy! Unable to take the mark. Through the arms of Wright it goes. Williams is there also. McRae down the bottom with Chandler. And the umpire will have a bounce.
Well, already they're dropping marks, so you can see how slippery it is out there.
Sydney need a score while they've got it down in that attacking zone. Larkin will try and prevent it. Wide to Philip Cracker. Chasing him is Roberts. Cracker gets clear. Goes up towards the half-forward line. At the back was Bays, Love, Lockman. Free kick over will go the way of North, Sean Smith. Centres it, poor kick. It's going to drop short. Mitchell was there and takes the easiest of marks. Play on is called. Mitchell's kick. High once again. Allison. And free kick going the way of North Melbourne. Been a big start by them. This is Smith again. Just on the defensive side of centre. To put the Roos into attack. Fairly in from the side. Parsons looks for Mitchell. Threads his way through the pack. Gets clear. Up towards the half-forward line. A good spearing pass, and he finds Potter. Potter short also. Morwood. In front of McCarthy. And a chance for Sydney to regain the lead. They trail at the moment by 1 point. Tony Morwood yet to score a goal. And it certainly won't be easy from that pocket. Good looking kick, however. And one behind is the result. So scores are all tied up. Here at the Sydney Cricket Ground, 10-14, 74 Sydney. North Melbourne, 11-8, 74.
Tony Morwood really does miss a lot of shots for goal. There's another shocking kick by McDonald. That's 3 or 4 times he's hit the Swans players on the chest. Ian Roberts, this is from 50 metres, a long booming kick. All Swans players at the back. And Neil Cordy has taken the mark. He's on the line. He kicks backwards and finds Potter, and the umpire is going to allow that. Now, Craig Potter, good play, unselfish play by Cordy. Craig Potter is only 20 metres out, 45-degree angle. 4 kicks and 4 handballs, but he does a lot more than that, Potter. A lot of knock-ons and hard yakka in the packs. Craig Potter from right in front fires, and I think he's missed. Yes, he has, so they're missing some vital shots for goal, the Swans. In fact, they've gone to a 1-point lead, but look at that, 10-15 to 11-8. That could be very, very costly. Now, McDonald's kick this time. Let's see if a Swans player will mark this one. No, Martin over the back. Michael Martin has taken it.
To get North out of trouble momentarily. Smith the flyer. Parsons looking for the free kick. I think he's going to get it. Loose players across centre wing. Potter decides against Carroll, but goes for Mitchell. Puts him under pressure. Carroll also. Back towards Mitchell. Left for Murphy. Now Carroll can steady. Shoot at goal. He's gone right across the face of goal. Into the pocket. Right is there. Henwood also, and it's Henwood who's taken the mark, and the Raging Bull does not like the attention. I'll just put that down there, he says.
Well, Martin likes to get fairly physical also, and likes to play close attention to his opponent, and Henwood's not a player who will put up with that sort of thing.
Now, he's going to try and bend this one back, as you can see the way he's holding the football, and it's not one of his better ones.
We came to say it, didn't we, Sandy? We're going through to South Australia. The check side, or we might call it the boomerang or banana kick. 2 points the difference, and well, this is absolutely anyone's game. Now, Donald McDonald's not kicking it this time. In fact, he's left it to Dean McRae. He brings it out looking for Martin. Tapped away by Potter to Murphy. Oh, good play by Martin to take it to the line, but he's a fiery customer, Michael Martin. He had a couple of altercations a couple of weeks ago with, of course, Brian Taylor at Collingwood. Cracker. This is Phil Cracker looking for the hand pass. Instead elects to kick it towards centre wing. Loss of 2 slow on that occasion. This is Tui onto the left foot. Oh, danger for North Melbourne here, because it will be a mark. And this is Tony Smith taking it deep in that forward pocket. Well, in fact, he will have to kick from about 40 metres. And he's not the best kick in the world. Well, we saw that mark. It was funny looking drop punt of straight across the face of goal. Cordy has it fisted away from him. Back it comes towards the half-forward line. Ian Roberts, a hand pass to Barry Mitchell. Onto the left foot he goes. A high floater towards the forward line. Up went Smith again. Couldn't take it. Chance for Cordy. Good tackle left by Larkin, and he's able to take it to the line. But the players finding it a lot more difficult now to handle that slippery ball.
Throw in the left forward pocket. Sydney regaining the lead. Healy, an attempted soccer off the ground, didn't quite work. Potter couldn't take it. And Larkin will see it over the line. The rain has cleared. From the throw-in, who's waiting at the back? It's socket off the ground, back towards North Melbourne's half-back zone. Pushed over the top by Ian Roberts, taken by Morwood. He snaps at goal. That's a better-looking kick. It's a goal. The Sydney chant goes up here at the SCG as Healy gets clear. Looks for the hand pass. Danger. Henwood in towards full forward. Stevie Wright snaps and goal.
Wow, that was magnificent play by Stevie Wright. Great courage to race across the front of the pack there. Fourth goal that he's kicked, and 2 in the first quarter, 1 in the second, and now 1 in the third. But look at this play from Stevie Wright. Great steal there from Gerard Healy also. Gets a handball to Henwood. Stevie Wright across the face there. Great courage to do that, and follows it up magnificently and kicks that right foot snap over the left shoulder.
Well, what we thought was going to happen in the second quarter is happening at the moment. The Swans starting to get on top. Asiri, the face of the pack, he'll battle his heart out all night. It's important that the Swans get that ball out of the centre. 12-16, plays 11-8. So that's 1 goal 8, or 2 goals 2, 14 points the difference. Still just under 16 minutes of this third quarter to go. Bays trying to bring it out of defence. There's Asiri again, and that could be relayed up the field. That a free kick up the field. The tackle was on Mark Asiri. The mark was taken anyway up there, and this is Jason Luff. Now there's an open goal, but big Michael Parsons has got back there now into the goal square for the Swans. Jason Luff started off the game very well, kicking an early goal, and he kicked 6, of course, in the corresponding game last year from the 50-metre line. That's a very high floating kick. It's coming back. Oh, not a bad looking kick. Goal.
That's Jason Love's second goal. He's kicked 2 goals 2, 1 in that first quarter and 1 in the third quarter. But that was an excellent kick for goal from the 50-metre line. Here's the free kick upfield. Not much in there with either against Mark Bays. Hardly touched him. And the free kick was awarded up the field. And Jason Love kicked the goal.
Well, once again, North Melbourne come back when you think they're in trouble. 8 points now the difference. Phil Cracker out to Larkin. Larkin brings it wide. Jimmy Cracker's there. Oh, brilliant play, Cracker. Oh, it drops it. That's holding the ball, I think. Oh, very, very lucky Jimmy Cracker. In fact, the free kick is going, I think it's going to, let's look, he dropped that. Yes, dropped it.
He dropped it, then he pushed himself forward, Peter.
Yeah, and a bad umpiring decision, that one. But Jimmy's got it. I think he got a bigger shock than anyone. He's going for the torpedo punt kick. And it's a wobbly one down towards the half-forward line. The Flyers are there, but, gee, they really do lack marking power, North Melbourne. It's their biggest weakness. Henwood was there. Kicked off the ground by John Mossop. Oh, here's a chance for North Melbourne. The tap on was to Jason Love. A hand pass over the top to Jonas. He loses it to Dennis Carroll, and Carroll taps it through, and that would look danger for the Swans, but Carroll had the presence of mind to put it through for a behind. So 7 points now, the difference in favour of the Swans.
Carroll, it will be, who'll bring it back into play.
States in half-back, you think, this year, Sandy?
Well, it's going to be interesting, yes. Going to be very interesting. Moore with the flyer. Between centre and half-back. Williams. Centering handball for Healy, and it bounced beautifully up to him. He fires away a goal and pops through another one.
Parker's got the job on Greg Williams. He'll have to play him very closely.
From the centre, Mossop trying to get it down towards Jonas, who's been quiet. Allison, wider for Phil Cracker. Well, he's elusive. He'll go back into the middle. Larkin is loose there. Gets around Williams with pace. Shoots from the 50-metre line. Good-looking kick in towards goal, and there's the quick answer. Goal for goal here at the SCG at the moment.
Yes, and North Melbourne certainly, when it looks as if the Swans are getting on top, they answer with a quick goal. There's Larkin, clever dodge around Greg Williams, and a beautiful kick for goal from 50 metres out. And really, there's nothing in this, only 7 points in it. And really, with the two players off the ground, they're doing a great job to be in this match.
Well, as Bernie said, 7 points the difference, and Matthew Larkin's just the sort of guy who can lift North Melbourne and put them right in this game. Well, they are in it. There's Murphy.
Oh.
He's dumped after he got rid of it. It's towards half forward. Oh, it's a loose ball, and away they come as McCarthy brings it towards centre wing. Tui is there. We haven't seen a lot of Tui tonight. Loses it to his teammate Williams. Oh, they crash in after it, and we're seeing a great game of football here tonight. There's Jeffrey Chandler, and it's just goal for goal at the moment. As Bernie Quinlan said earlier, attack and counter-attack. It's a free kick to North Melbourne, plucked out of that one. It looks like Marcus Siri, he's been a real busy little player. He's got a huge heart.
He was tackled there by Parsons, so I suppose you'd expect him to tackle him around the neck.
Well, Parsons straight off the ground. Centre wing, Tui. Straight up in the air. The players will have to sit underneath this one. Hen with a bit of a shove out there. Play on, said the umpire, as the hand pass comes from Potter out to Gerard Healy, who's having an excellent night. That's not uncommon for him. Cordy at the back. Nearly a mark. No, said the umpire, but he's got it. Onto the left foot. Neil Cordy fires, and I think he's popped it through. It came out of Terrelgan, Jimmy Silvestro. Yes. Bernie's arguing with us there, Sandy, of course, but there's Spargo.
You forgot about Kelvin Talbot.
Well, the mark's been taken by Jason Love. Now, let's see if North Melbourne can go down and get a goal. This is what it's been like all night. Absolutely goal for goal, and I don't like to harp on it, but this is what happened last year, and North got up. He hooks it towards the pocket. Jonas is there. I was well beaten in by Dennis Carroll. Very, very good mark, that. Great player, Carroll. Top captain, too, as he brings it towards half-back. Over the back of the pack as Phil Cracker's really lifted his game to Larkin. Oh, very slow getting rid of that, Matthew Larkin. Healy would put on a terrific tackle to Tui. Oh, he's in. Oh, he got that too far too easily. Bernard Tui towards half-forward. McCarthy's impressed me in defence, and he takes another mark.
Half-back McCarthy. Wobbling one in towards the middle. No mark taken. The hand pass coming from Williams. The long kick, where's Cordy? In the middle, waiting down, Jimmy Silvestro. Can't take it. Wright's in there, battling for it too. Great pressure. Mitchell picks it up, hooks it in towards Morwood. And pumped over the line.
Good play by Ian Fairley there. He had two Swans players to beat, and he threw himself in and saved what was a certain mark coming up for the Swans.
So a throw in the right forward pocket. Sydney in attack and leading by 13 points. 14-16 to 13-9. I think the greatest margin they've had is around 15 points, but North have been able to peg them back. Can they do it this time? Donald McDonald, Fairley, Henwood, they're all there. Henwood tried to pluck it out of the air, couldn't do so. Williams, a snap, a goal.
Hit the post, Andy.
A point.
Well, the way the Swans players reacted, I thought it was a goal too. 87 plays 101, so that's 14 points. Ian Fairley, oh gee, they really haven't got this going well, this kicking off from fullback. The Swans have them covered. Tony Smith from behind went for the fist. There's McCarthy, or no backup support there. It allows Henwood to duck around. Oh, he just shoves away Donald McDonald. He is a very strong player. Morwood should mark this. Yes. No, said the umpire. McCarthy, oh, magnificent smother. That was by Potter. Greg Williams goes in after, throws the ball away. Grabbed by Chandler, out of defence. Oh, Smith could have marked that. Oh, in they go. Larkin's there. Grabbed by Mitchell. Mitchell with a wobbly one towards the goals, but he puts it through for a point. But the Swans peppering the goals. There's Barry Mitchell. 18 points they've kicked, and boy, if they lose this game, then you can blame their kicking. They really have squandered some opportunities. Ian Fairley towards half-back. It's punched away from Allison. Mitchell's there for the Swans. And Smith. Oh, free kick against Smith. Yes, holding the man. It'll go to a series, playing a great game.
Mark Arceri on the half-back line. North wanting the next goal and wanting it badly. Spargo. Phil Cracker. Goes dangerously across the face of goal. McCarthy will lose out on it. It's taken by Henwood into Silvestro. Overruns it. Cordy giving support. Right. Under pressure. Back to Silvestro. Fairley. Breaks clear. Across to Larkin. North out of trouble. To centre wing, Clarkson. In towards centre half forward. Smith. Too far underneath the football. Ian Roberts at the back. Waiting down Allison. Back in towards Love, but put him under all sorts of pressure. Picked up by Jonas. He snaps at goal and has put us. Kicks his first. From the bounce. No one clear, but a free kick has been picked out. The bottom of the pack is one of the smallest players on the ground. Mark Arceri. Wider for Cracker, who's got to use pace, Phil. He got claimed and well claimed by Murphy. Spills free. They all overrun it. Murphy in strongly. Chandler. Oh. Push, tackle too high, shoved illegally, you name it.
Well, that was a definite free kick. You couldn't argue with that one. He chopped it from everywhere.
Clarkson, look at that. One's got him round the neck. Another one's riding him into the ground. Into the forward line. Mitchell clears for Sydney. A high kick. Morwood was shoved and will be free kick. And he's right in the centre of the ground. A chance to put Sydney deep into attack. Out will come Cordy. Flew too early. Silvestro is caught behind. Pushed towards the line. Now Murphy. Getting away from Clarkson. Back in towards full forward again, but there's no one at home for the Sydney Swans. And the mark is taken by Donald McDonald.
Well, again, the Swans seem to have dominated this quarter. There's a 50-metre penalty. Oh, and he can run on. There's no one even going in to take the mark. And this is Donald McDonald. If they get another one, boy, we'll have a real contest on our hands. It's up towards the half-forward line. There's no one there for North. Now there is Peter German there. Greg Williams, oh, he's a brilliant handballer. To Dennis Carroll, it's a wide one, but it comes off to Healy. Healy hooks it wide. He saw a man out of the corner of his eye, and it's Mitchell. Those little Swans players are dangerous. Mitchell out wide to half-forward. Craig Potter has got an open goal. 25 metres, oh, shocker. A bad kick by Potter. He's put it through for a point. And as I repeat, there's Ross Smith. Good to see him, well, he's there on the bench. I don't think he'll come back on, I wouldn't think, with an ankle injury. But this kicking for goal by the Swans could be costly in the long run, because North are hanging in there at the moment as Martin takes a mark at that 50-metre line at a half-back flank.
Martin's kick. Looking for Clarkson. He's having a good duel with Murphy. Be a free kick going the way of the Sydney Swans player on this occasion. David Murphy. Looking for Morwood. It bounces clear. Where are the Rovers? Wright comes through. Comes off his leg and bounces over the line. Light rain starting to fall again. 10 points is the margin. Jim Cracker sees it over the line with Chandler.
Well, they really do miss the zip of Jim Cracker. He's only half the player he was last year, and you can see him there on camera just hobbling around.
Throw in again. Cracker still trying to get it out. Allison dives on it. Mitchell won't be able to keep it in play. Now it's locked in that pocket at the moment. Sydney would dearly love a score while they've got it in that zone. Right, a chance now. The hand pass to Williams. Back to Mitchell. His short kick, partly smothered. An opportunity for Spargo. Does it well. Gets out of strife, then goes long and low. Up towards centre wing. At the back is Love. So too Bayes. And it's the Sydney Swans player who gets it across to his captain in Carroll. Puts it out wide. The only man there will be Phil Cracker. Can't pick up the football. Now he's got to get round Ian Roberts. He does it well. Drifts it back towards German in the centre. Looking to play on. Danger. He did. Bay stole it. But he was too slow as well. He might get a second opportunity. Smith intercepted. Got it out to Phil Cracker. He goes wider to his brother. So Jim Cracker, forward of centre wing. Throws it out in front, but gets claimed. The tackling's been great by both sides tonight. Still no one able to get away. Eventually pushed wide to McDonald. He steadies with a short chip pass.
Gee, that could have been costly against Peter German up the other end. That was a shocking hand pass in that situation.
Also, when Mark Brace had the chance there, he didn't give the handball. He waited. He was tackled. He should have given it on that first occasion, and the Swans would have had it right in their forward line.
Well, Clarkson has kicked 1 goal. That was in the first quarter. He kicks this, the margin will be 4 points. The drop punt is on its way. He's off target.
Well, that would have been a very handy one, that, but he missed. And, well, they've had plenty of chances. The Swans 14-19 plays 14-10. So you can see they've squandered some opportunities as we see Rod Carter on screen. The next goal most important in this game. If North get it, we're in for a fantastic last quarter. They'll fight it out. Here's Murphy. David Murphy brings it to half forward. Morwood was there over the back of the pack. This is Mitchell. He's a dangerous little customer. Barry Mitchell, he's got it. Chip passes it across. Oh, the pressure was put on. Great play, Allison. He was grabbed. And they bring it away. This time through Peter Jonas. That was top defence. That was by North Melbourne. Now Bayes. Let's see. He's normally a great kick of a football. As he brings it to the pocket, it's all North Melbourne. Oh, the mark is dropped up there by Clarkson. Chandler's there though and heads. Oh, that's great defensive play. Straight back to the boundary line. And it is teeming down here at the Sydney Cricket Ground.
And if you haven't got an umbrella, use cardboard. Martin. Oh, had an airy. Henwood gives it to Williams. He'll have a shot. Over the top of Cordy and one behind. So they're still unable to break away.
4 goals, 7 to the Swans has scored a Sandy, so their inaccuracy could be costly.
My word, 10 points the difference. Fairly back into play, straight down the middle. McDonald not trying to mark it, trying to tap it on, but it's taken by Ian Roberts, looking for Silvestro. He can't mark it. North should get out of strife. They do, but only towards Murphy in the middle and Williams. The hand pass on that occasion was not a good one. Potter, top one high, and will be free kick.
Craig Potter, a tremendous workhorse, and he's off. He brings it up with a high ball. McCarthy waits at the back. It hits the deck. So here's danger. Steve Wright in after it. Grab there by Clarkson. No, not Clarkson. In fact, number 19 for North Melbourne, of course, is Dean McRae. And it's a bounce down. The 2 umpires doing a good job, John Russo and Mike Snedden. Of course, Mike had that great coaching on the plane from John Russo, as Sandy Roberts said earlier. Punched away by Jeffrey Chandler. Famous name many years ago in the movies, Jeff Chandler. There he is. Henwood against McDonald. Cordy at the back to do the ruckman. Cordy actually got that tap. Oh, here's Barry Mitchell. He's got it on the left foot, the little rover. He hooks it back. This is close. Oh, it's a goal. Great goal to Mitchell.
Is again behind. Cordy also now running with Fairley, and it's the latter who'll see it over the line in the pocket. Time ticking down. We've got just 16, 17 seconds remaining. Sydney have opened up a lead of 16 points. One would seriously question whether that is enough. With still a quarter to come, and North have shown at times during this season that they can certainly run out a game. Vivid memories when they trailed Carlton by 50 points and then came out and blasted the reigning champions in the final quarter to lose by 13. That ball is out of bounds on the full. I don't think it'd matter who kicked it. There will be no change to the score. So at three-quarter time, Ian Roberts is going to go through the formalities, but he needn't worry. It's three-quarter time. Sydney 15-20, 110. Lead North Melbourne 14-10, 94. Side leading. The margin is 16 points. The rain has cleared, and can Sydney hold on? Can North produce a comeback? Smith over the ball. Can't get it out, however. Pushed wide. Williams. Free kick will go back. It'll be taken by Healy. He was the one who went to ground trying to get it out to Williams. Well, if they get a goal very early on, it's going to make it tough, isn't it? Anything over 20 points. But Healy's going to be kicking from around the 50-metre line, just about directly in front. This to make it a 22-point margin. Healy's drop punt. Good-looking kick. Great-looking kick off the boot, but 1 point under. 17 points. 111 plays 94. Fairley comes back into play. Mossop trying to spoon it over the back. Does so. Finding McRae, who goes wider to the wing. Now a chance for German. He started well, but has quietened down a little. Our series kick. Rod Carter. Over the line. Can they get up, Bernie, North, do you think?
Well, a tough assignment for me, Sandy.
So you're going to sit on the fence.
Oh, I think the Swans can hold on.
From the throw-in. Healy again. Not sure what to do with it. Carroll. A push. Dennis Carroll cannot believe it.
Well, he sat on his back, so I think the umpire gave the right decision.
Well, North need a goal now. They've got it down and they've got the chance. Is that going to be a mark? Jason Love kicked 1 goal in the first term. He kicked 1 in the third. And here's the mark.
He was allowed to mark that one far too easily.
An important kick for North. Jason Love from point-blank range. Shoots a goal and puts it.
And this is when North Melbourne are dangerous. They're undefeated up here at the Sydney Cricket Ground. If they get the next goal, it'll really be on. But here's Murphy. He might be able to reply. He kicks towards Silvestro. He can't take the mark. And the little fella from Terrelgan couldn't quite do the job there. But, boy, with 11 points of difference, it's most imperative that North Melbourne get the next... Where'd I get that word? It's most important that they get the next goal. Because if they do, I would back North Melbourne. If they score the next goal. Because they'll fight it right out. There's Martin. Caught. Gets in the hand pass. Oh, back it comes. Steve Wright. Lines up. Hooks slightly across goal. All the North players should have forced it through. Eventually they did. McCarthy with number 41 going for the mark. And there's Steve Wright. Has been an excellent player tonight. He's kicked 4.
It's clever Williams, isn't he, with the way he uses his body and then gets that handball away, Bernie.
Always, yes. He's always looking for a player running past.
Michael Parsons is on the ground and Tony Smith off. Now, Jonas smothered. Now, talking about Williams, there he is. He hasn't got the pace to go for it, though. And then Big Mick Martin, the fullback, has got it. A high one towards half forward. If North get the next one, it'll be really on. There's, is that Henwood? The side of the boot.
Tui.
In fact, it was Tui. And when the rain comes, they certainly look different. The and both of them look alike.
I think Peter German's in trouble too.
Oh, they wouldn't want another injury, North Melbourne. Already they have off the ground John Law and Ross Smith. Oh, gee, that's bad news. But here it is on centre wing. And this is really anybody's game. The Swans have looked the better side, but they haven't been able to get that huge advantage over North, who have hung in there all night. 100 plays 112. Peter German staying on the ground. Of course, there's no one to replace him. Henwood, oh, quick kick, danger, because taking the mark is Spargo. He's on centre wing. Paul Spargo, the long driving drop punt up towards half forward. Carter, the fist away, and also Bays. Spargo in the centre of the ground was tremendous play to pounce on the ball, and because there were 3 Swans against him, and if that had have come loose, away they would have gone.
Yep. Great effort. 12 points is the margin. Anybody's game. So important for both sides. Tom Hafey still a firm believer that Sydney can make the 5, and should North win tonight, they won't be out of it either. To the half-forward line, Cordy pushing it down in front. Chandler's kick is high. Cordy again. It's time trying to fist it. Martin also. Larkin through. Held while he didn't have the ball. Martin, well tackled, goes to ground. The tackling's been great. Healy. Danger for North. Cordy is loose. He could think about Morwood if he wants to, but he's not going to. He's going to go back and have a shot. Neil Cordy has kicked 2, one in the first and one in the third. What are you shaking your head for? Would you have gone short?
No, again, the loose checking, Sandy,
yes.
And that's what's letting North down.
3 players loose on that occasion. Cordy's shot, he's pulled that badly. Very badly, just snuck it in from behind.
Gee, this could cost them the game. If North get the next goal, oh.
13 points the difference. Look at that, 15-23 to 15-10. Fairly. Straight down the middle. And through everyone's fingers. A hurried kick goes into the centre from Spargo, but repelling was Toohey. Back to the half-forward line, waiting down Healy. Wide and overrunning Henwood. He fires at goal. He goes right across the face as well. It's marked by McCarthy right on the last line of defence.
He's played well, Sandy, John McCarthy. Better known as a forward, but playing in defence tonight has done well. Started on interchange. And been one of their better players since coming on the ground. Oh, gee, they're going in there after it. A Siri looking for Cracker. Phil Cracker, that is. Had an excellent third quarter after a quiet first half. Phil Cracker, he really took over on his wing. Mossop against Parsons. Mossop, oh, was grabbed then. And he grabs it, the ball out of the pack. Back it comes. That was from Clarkson to a Siri towards centre wing. Oh, good play by Lloyd, but he eventually loses it. Was that a trip? No, said the umpire. Oh, Healy tries to crash his way through. There's Jim Cracker. Punched away by his brother Phil. Up they go. Now it could be a free kick to North Melbourne. It was, said the umpire, and I think it's Phil will take it. Henwood shoved him right in the middle of the back. Now, yes, it is Phil Cracker. It's at a real stalemate at the moment. Both sides trying to crash through that defence. Oh, loose man. Here's danger because Matthew Larkin's got it. He brings it towards half forward. Now, can someone take a mark for North? Yes, they can. There's a move that they've made. They put Donald McDonald the centre half forward. Now, he either kicks them out of bounds on the full or straight through the centre, and they travel about 80 metres. And normally with a torpedo punt. Now, what's he going to do? Might be the drop punt the way he's holding it. Oh, he's gone close to the man. The mark. Oh, he swung onto the left foot. Donald McDonald hooks it to the pocket, and I think he should have gone for the long chalk, Bernie.
Well, he was within range, wasn't he, Peter? He would have been kicking from about 48 metres out. And maybe the wind is, maybe that was at the back of his mind.
Well, it's in that forward pocket as we see McDonald against Parsons. Goes to ground. Grabbed by German. A pot shot at the goals. I think he's kicked it. Yes.
7 points the margin, favouring Sydney. Down towards Morwood, trying to tap it over the back. Out steams Fairley. North out of trouble again. Back to the centre. Bays over the top. Has been quiet tonight. Well held. Over the head of Parsons it goes. Larkin. Jonas also quiet. Wobbling one. Effective. North a chance through McRae. The full forward. Getting a hand to it, and just a hand was Lockman. That goes over for one behind.
Well, I opened my big mouth. I said if they got the next goal, the North Melbourne would win the game.
Well, you've done it now. You've tipped North. They trail at the moment by 6 points, Pete. Carter back into play. Fisted down. At the front, Toohey. Long. Maud is the focal point. With him is Smith. It bounces away towards Cordy. Beaten by Fairley. Was able to shepherd to allow a soccer, but straight to Healy. Healy lets fly with a torp in towards goal. He's off target. And another behind.
Oh, the pressure on now.
Oh, gee, they kicked some points. 15-24. To North 16-11. The kick back into play. Allison tapping it over to Mossop. It's a free kick to North anyway. It'll go the way of Martin. Plays on. Are North going to finish with more run? Martin's kick is not a good one. Oh, Cracker steals it. That was Jim to Phil. Stole it from Mitchell. Back to Jim. Down towards full forward again. Great attempt to mark by Carter. He's still going, trying to push it on. Lockman gets a hurried kick. Heads towards the boundary line. Carroll. Ooh, lucky.
Oh, well, enormous pressure on out there at the moment, and the Swans could only blame themselves if they lose this, but the North, all year, they've been fighters. In fact, in one game against Carlton, in about 10 minutes, they kicked 8 goals and really set the crowd alight. The big fist away was by Parsons, but it's all North Melbourne. Grabbing it is McRae. Oh, that is a shocking kick. Straight off the side of the boot to Healy. That really could have put pressure on, but here come the Swans. David Murphy, he's caught. Oh, great tackle. Kicked away by Williams. Murphy in after it again. Picks it up brilliantly from 55 metres. David Murphy. Jimmy Silvestro was marked. Now, he will have to come right round on the boundary line. He's off. Play on, said the umpire. He kicks and goes.
Great play by Jimmy Silvestro. A couple of his fans there, but that was magnificent. Quick thinking by him, because he would have been going back to have that shot on an almost impossible angle. And what magnificent play by Murphy in the centre of the ground there too. He fought on, he was caught, he battled on hard, went in again, got it down with a 50-metre kick into that forward line, and Silvestro did the rest.
Jimmy Silvestro could be a hero. The Swans again open up a 13-point lead thanks to Silvestro. Martin defending grimly, but straight to Murphy. Just over 14 minutes remaining. Careful, Mr. Parsons.
That's ridiculous. No need for it. They've got the ball.
Could have had it taken off him then.
Murphy slowing things down a little. Well, there's still plenty of time. Jonas will come in late. Affects the spoil, however. It's on Mitchell. Now Cordy and Fairley. Cordy kicks it down and makes probably 25 metres with a soccer. So they've got it deep in that attacking zone again. North can make up one. We haven't seen them make up a couple yet to regain a share of the lead. They've still got time. The kick is a shocking one to grab. Past Carroll it goes. Arsiri, clever soccer on towards Cracker Jim. He shoots in towards goal. It goes right across the face of goal. Carter is there on the last line of defence. And like a good defender, he just kicks towards the boundary line. Roberts keeps it in play. Gets out of the danger zone towards Potter. Needs help. Needs support. Gets slung as he takes his kick.
Out of bounds,
now
Sandy.
the boundary umpire has come very late. Well, that must have been touch and go.
I reckon.
However,
Didn't look out, did it?
no. But he's the man with the whistle. Parsons with a swipe, but straight to Jonas. The quick hand pass on to Love. Allison now. North will run to the final siren towards full forward. That's a good mark. Mossop, who has, look, he's got a man in the square. They converge on him now. It was Spargo. Down on the ground he goes. Arsiri tries to tap it out. Does so to Clarkson. Claimed by Williams, and he's lost it.
Yes, the umpire right on the scene there. Greg Williams, as you called, Sandy, out wide, looking for Potter. Potter and Cracker. Cracker will probably beat him. He does. This is Jimmy Cracker. Good play. Larkin, the brilliant Larkin. Back it comes. Not a good hand pass, but Martin's able to grab it and hook it back towards the pocket. North fighting it right out against the Swans. It hits the deck. Jimmy Cracker in there after it. The loose ball comes wide, and over the line it goes on that, well, deep in that forward pocket. There's Rod Carter under enormous pressure down there. 11 minutes and 38 seconds to go in this quarter.
Very casual, Craig Potter, there in his attack on that ball. He waited for it to come to him rather than him attacking the ball.
Parsons and Mossop, it's still there. Here's a chance. Arsiri hooks. Yes, goals. North right back.
It's just 7 points the difference. The old combination. Healy to Williams. On to Potter. Danger again. Down towards Cordy. Can't pick it up. Support from Mitchell. Looking for the free kick. It doesn't come his way, and it's pushed towards the boundary line. And we will see a throw-in take place. So once again, the pressure now back on Sydney. But they've been able to hold at least a 7-point margin, haven't they?
As you said, North haven't been able to get that two in a row.
No. Sydney have got it down very quickly there towards Potter. Wrestling for it on the ground. And he's lost it. So
Donald McDonald reckons it's his kick. Yep.
all important to stats. McDonald towards Mossop. Over his head. And Big Parsons takes the mark.
Yeah, it's not good play, that. Too easy that the Swans there, as we see Bays. Oh, again, too easy. And Big Henwood has taken the mark, Wayne Henwood. Every time the North look like coming at the Swans, they're able to come down and counter-attack, as Bernie Quinlan would say, and kick a goal. Oh, that's a kick out. No, said the umpire. He had his eyes on the ball, so technically the umpire right. Kicked off the ground. Here's danger, but it's loose. Phil Cracker. Has he got... Yes, Larkin's given the lead. He's in front. Larkin against Gerard Healy. There's a bit of talent between those two players. Let's have a look at the contest. Good play, Larkin. Clever football. A hand pass over the top. Finds Allison. Oh, he's going to give it back to Larkin, but runs onto the left foot and brings it to the pocket. He's got a loose man there, and it looks like Jason Love. Let's have a look. Yes, number 39. Here come North again. Up to Mossop. Mossop, centre of the pack. The flyer. It's fisted away. Bernard Toohey goes in after it. Close to the boundary line as Toohey brings it around the wing. Brett Allison ducks back. It's fisted away by Gerard Healy, and it's on the centre wing position right in front of our commentary box. 7 points the difference in favour of the Sydney Swans.
Time ticking away. But still time for North if they are good enough. Just on 9 minutes remaining. Throw in. Hedwood trying to use that great strength of his, and look at him do the shepherding work for Williams. He was held. Flown is the call. Allison across to Phil Cracker. North want the next one. Phil Cracker's kick is long. Down towards the pocket. Carter got one hand to it. Carroll defending grimly. Tumbles a punt, but straight to Jonas. Jonas from 60 metres. Ball to ground once. Eludes two. Shoots in towards goal. It's a poor kick. Carter can't take it. Tries to soccer it clear off the ground. Out towards Bays. Oh, now wider. Right. Went down after play, but nothing in it. The bouncing ball eludes them all except Larkin. Again, Jonas. Has Smith running. Long to full forward. Carter sets himself to come over and fist away. Cracker waiting down. It's great defence at the moment. Great football. Ian Roberts back towards Morwood. Slipped at the critical stage. Jonas intercepts again. There are North players loose. Arceri, a diving mark. Couldn't quite hold it long enough. Over the head of Mossop. Cracker is there. Phil Cracker. Short. McDonald. Loose.
Has there been some courage shown? Did you see Sean Smith a moment ago running back with a flight? He could have been absolutely cleaned up. What a fantastic game of football this is.
Well, if he hadn't have done that and Morwood had have got it, they would have been up on that forward line with a great chance to goal, the Swans.
Now, Donald McDonald.
So he'll run around the man.
Just thinking that, Pete. I don't think he will this time. Very deliberate in his approach. There's the drop punt on its way. Goal umpire has a good look at it. Centre bounce once again. Mitchell tries to get it out for the Sydney Swans. Their lead has been cut to just 1 point. Chandler gets a high kick. May have hurt himself too. Now the pressure right on Sydney. The high kick from Matthew Lloyd heading towards the centre wing area. Through comes Mitchell. Gets it across to Lockman. Down towards Healy, who's loose on half forward. Gets his kick as Jonas flattens him. Right, one grab. Can't complete the mark. Needs support. Gets it out to Silvestro. Pushes it along in front. Williams can't get clear. The tackling has been fantastic in this game.
Well, full marks to both sides. This is magnificent stuff with the pressure going on. This is terrific. That Williams tried to crash his way through. There's the North Melbourne Brains Trust, and they're used to coming up here and seeing tight games. This is a replica of last year where North Melbourne got up. And only just, but they did get up in a brilliant performance. There it is again, a chance for Greg Williams. Will it sit for him? Oh, he's unloaded. A high tackle. And Greg Williams will have to kick from about 45 metres. And the distance could be a slight doubt. It's right on the borderline for his kicking. What's this? Oh, high tackle.
Yes, against Peter Jonas there.
And probably should have gone for the hips, Peter Jonas, instead of trying to run through him. Now, he will, where the man on the mark is, where you can't see it at the moment, is not where he will kick from. He'll have to kick from 45 metres. And, well, couple of deep breaths there by Greg Williams. A vital kick for goal, this one. Greg Williams, 40 metres out. Oh, it's a good-looking kick. It's a goal.
That's a great pressure kick for goal from Greg Williams. He's kicked 3 goals, 2 for the evening, and been a magnificent player in the centre. Driven the Swans into attack on many occasions. Here's a free kick against Peter Jonas. And the kick again from Greg Williams, 45 metres out. He kicked it at least 55. So a great pressure goal there to Greg Williams.
The chant is up for Sydney. The margin is again 7 points.
Don't write off North just yet.
No, they'll keep fighting back. Just over 5 minutes remaining. So we've got plenty of time. Parsons up against Mossop in the middle. Won by Mossop. McDonald trying to use the body. Will Sydney steady. Tui to the half-forward line. Chandler taps it forward and then regains it himself. Well played. A punt kick down towards half-forward. Carter came over the top. Couldn't complete the mark, however. Still trying in there to get it out. Can't do so. And umpire John Russo will come in and say, my football.
And they've done a great job too. When the pressure's on, they've let it go. Mike Snedden and John Russo.
7 points the difference. Cracker off the ground. Towards full forward. Love. Shoots and goal.
There's Mossop. The fist away. Greg Williams has it tapped away. Still in the centre of the ground as the players charge in after it. Sock it off the ground. Forward again. German. Out wide. Who will it sit for? Oh, courageous play, Matthew Lloyd. As he picks it up, it's a wobbly one, but it'll be a North Melbourne mark taken by Martin. And he's cool in the crisis. If North Melbourne hit the front, it'll be for the first time tonight, I think. If they take it up and get a goal, well, they might have been in front early in the match. As he brings it to oh, that's a bad kick. Was that a mark? I thought it came off his teammate's hands, but it's Greg Williams. He's at centre-half back. That was a very poor kick, that by Martin. About a 30-metre kick. Greg Williams from centre-half back takes his time, brings it wide. Up they go. It's a mark. Henwood. David Murphy. He straightens up and kicks long. The pressure's on. Back goes Silvestro, but what a good mark to McCarthy. He's been an excellent player tonight in defence for North.
Spargo's loose on the half-back line. Clear. Silvestro chasing, but he gets his kick towards half-forward. No mark taken. Socket by McRae. Down to Love. To the running Arceri. Is this going to give North the lead? In towards full forward. And a great mark on the last line of defence by Rod Carter.
But a poor kick by Arceri.
Well, he was running so quickly there, Peter. I think that's what put him off.
Potter on the outer side now. It's Sydney's turn to have the loose man. Williams from the half-back line. Up towards centre wing. Murphy. Sydney aren't done with yet either. Towards Morwood. With him is Smith. The latter tries to tap it toward the line. Morwood still going, and Smith eventually sees it over.
I'll tell you what, look at John Kennedy, John Dugdale, Laurie Dwyer, two of the former North Melbourne champions there with John Kennedy. The pressure's right on. They've seen plenty of North Melbourne in these games. Oh, the loose kick comes to Fairley. He takes the mark. Oh, they've got the loose man again, North Melbourne. Spargo's lifted his game. He brings it wide. Who's there? It's Rod Carter. Oh, Parsons, and he collided. Oh, McRae over the top. Tapped away. North Melbourne there again. Rod Carter, a handball. Finds Healy. They've got the loose man now. David Murphy straight down the centre of the ground. Chandler's been good in this last quarter. He takes a gutsy mark at centre-half back.
So Chandler to relieve the pressure, and there is a ton of it. Spargo from the centre towards a congested half-forward zone. Have North got anyone waiting down? A tackle too high will go the way of Sydney.
1 minute and 48 seconds to go.
And the margin is 1 point. Lloyd, cool in a crisis. To centre wing. Carroll standing his ground. Down in front towards the boundary line. Carroll again. Comes off his boot and over the line. Free kick to North.
Well, that must have been behind the play there. Shepherding free kick, I think, Peter.
Well, it's gone the way of Martin. A minute 17 and counting down. North trail. They need a score rapidly. Offhand, Mitchell leaves it for his teammate. Now he's got to go in and get it himself. And says, I'll head for the boundary line. And that's what he does. Sydney lead by 1 point. Barry Mitchell. Here's the throw-in. Henwood to the running Healy. North have got a goal. Chandler, if they want victory now. Back towards Williams. Picked it up beautifully. Can score from here. Let's fly with a top. It's going to bounce through. Goal to Sydney.
Well, what a goal to Greg Williams. That's 4 goals to him. And 2 goals in this last quarter. 2 telling goals. And that sealed the match for the Swans. It's been a great game. And Greg Williams, he deserves to kick the winning goal. He's been a great player all night. And look at this torpedo on the run. Not an easy kick to kick either, especially on the run and straight through the middle. Saw the open goal and let fly. And that's just about sealed it for the Swans.
132 plays 125. Centre bounce again. The Sydney fans realising they could have victory here. The chant has gone up. Martin hasn't given in for North Melbourne. But only seconds remaining.
6 seconds to go.
Sydney have got it.
How's that prediction, Peter?
There it is. It's all over. Victory to Sydney. Well, a great match. An absolute struggle from the first bounce. A dejected North President Bob Ansett. Elated Sydney Swans players.
So Sydney make it 3 on end and continue their push towards this year's finals. Next Sunday, they'll come up against the West Coast Eagles at the Sydney Cricket Ground. Of course, between now and then, there's another big weekend of VFL football here on 7. We look forward to your company throughout the weekend, a long weekend in Victoria. Meantime, thanks for your company tonight. Have a nice weekend. Good night.